We often think that life is about big moments, career milestones, achievements, relationships, but rarely do we stop to consider the small, invisible structures that support or hinder these outcomes. Our routines, our environment, and the habits we form are like the hidden architecture of our lives. Imagine trying to build a skyscraper without a foundation. You might add walls, floors, and decorations, but eventually the structure collapses. Life works in the same way. Without a solid framework in our everyday actions, our ambitions crumble under stress, distraction, or lack of focus. Even the smallest element of our day, the order of our morning, the people we've interacted with, the cues around our workspace, ripple outward, shaping who we are and what we can achieve. Routines are the scaffolding upon which we construct our lives. They determine how we move through each day, how our energy flows, and how consistent we can be with what truly matters. Morning rituals set the tone for focus, energy, and mindset. A simple habit like taking 10 minutes to plan your day or reflect can dramatically improve clarity. Evening habits determine recovery. The way we wind down, review, or prepare for the next day influences not only our sleep, but also our ability to tackle challenges. Repetition creates neural pathways. The brain learns what we do consistently. Over time, these patterns feel automatic, freeing mental space for creativity and decision making. Think of your day as a city. Routines are the roads and bridges. Smooth roads let traffic flow efficiently. Broken roads create congestion, stress, and frustration. Even small changes like taking a slightly earlier walk, preparing your workspace before starting, or prioritizing a key task compound over time to create stability and momentum. Our surroundings are silent but powerful teachers. The environment we live and work in influences our emotions, focus, and habits. For our physical space, a cluttered desk or messy room subconsciously signals chaos, slowing productivity and increasing stress. What we see and hear, from inspirational quotes to music or even lighting, shapes our mental state. And the people we spend time with also influence our energy, beliefs, and motivation more than we realize. Even subtle adjustments, reorganizing a desk, creating dedicated spaces for work and reflection, or minimizing distractions, can create immediate improvements in mental clarity and efficiency. Our environment is the ecosystem of a forest. Every tree, river, and path contributes to its health. And if we change one element, the entire ecosystem shifts. Small tweaks in our life environment have ripple effects far greater than we can imagine. Habits are the beams and support of life structure. They compound over time, silently shaping outcomes that often appear effortless. Drinking water consistently, sleeping on time, or dedicating 15 minutes daily to reflection may seem minor, but over months and years, they define vitality, mindset, and productivity. Choosing when to engage with social media, emails, or news influences attention, stress levels, and mental clarity. Implementing small, intentional habits aligned with values creates a backbone for life that supports bigger goals and responsibilities. For example, one of my colleagues reorganized his daily work in small increments, dedicating the first 20 minutes to planning, taking 10 minutes for reflection midday, and clearing his workspace every evening. Within weeks, his focus, output, and mental clarity improved dramatically. Yet none of these changes required massive effort. Okay, that was just an example. It wasn't actually my friend. But anyway, we often chase radical change, assuming that transformation requires huge leaps. In reality, life's invisible architecture rewards small, consistent improvements. We should observe our routines for a week, identify one or two that drain us and one or two that energizes, and we must adjust our environment for clarity and inspiration. Even minor tweaks, such as rearranging a chair, adding a plant, or decluttering your desk, help the mind work better. And we should also introduce one small aligned habit. This could be journaling, walking, reading, or reflecting. something that builds structure without overwhelming you. Think of habits like bricks. One brick alone doesn't make a wall, but day after day, each brick stacks until a sturdy, supportive wall exists. The same principle applies to our routines and behaviors. So take a moment to ask yourself, which routines quietly dictate my energy and focus? How does my environment guide or misguide me every day? And which small habit, if strengthened, would most elevate my life? The invisible architecture is what determines whether our clarity and stability hold up under life's pressure. Understanding it gives us agency to adjust, improve, and grow without feeling overwhelmed. So here's how to start strengthening your life's invisible architecture today. Map your routines. Note how your morning, afternoon, and evening currently flow. Audit your environment. Identify one space to declutter, optimize, or energize. And introduce one keystone habit, something small that compounds positively over time. These actions are small, but their impact multiplies, supporting growth, clarity, and stability across all areas of life. We often focus on outcomes, promotions, milestones, relationships, but neglect the invisible forces that shape these results. By observing, refining, and intentionally designing our routines, habits, and environment, we gain control over life's architecture. This foundation allows clarity, stability, and growth to emerge naturally. Step by step, we shape the scaffolding of our lives, building upward without unnecessary chaos or struggle. So, subscribe to the Foundational Content series to explore more ways to strengthen the hidden structure of your life and turn daily actions into lasting impact. Thank you.